Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Kennedy Anthony says the government will yield to popular demands and zero-rate VAT on prescribed pharmaceuticals. This announcement was made in the 2014-2015 budget statement presented in the House of Assembly on Tuesday, May 13, 2014. Despite the fact that medicine has always attracted taxes in St. Lucia, Prime Minister Anthony says it is undeniable that the advent of VAT has resulted in widespread debate on the cost of medication and medical services. As such, the Prime Minister says his government will amend the VAT legislation to make the rate of tax on prescription medication 0%.
It is undeniable that the advent of VAT has seen some increases in the price of some medical products. Equally, the prices of some products have dropped. It is also undisputable that the removal of VAT on medication will not see an end to high prices for medical products and services, especially in the treatment of conditions such as cancer. The people of St. Lucia have always paid taxes on medication. Prior to the introduction of that, medication attracted import duty, consumption tax, and service charge. The sale of medication was never, ever free of taxes. The former government did not seek at any time to reduce taxes on medication during its tenure. They too have always taxed medication. As has been repeatedly explained, St. Lucia is a member of the Caribbean community, and as such, we are bound by the CARICOM Common and External Tariff, the CT. This means that the rates of duty are set by CARICOM. Any changes in the rates of duty on any item covered by the Common External Tariff have to be approved by CARICOM.
The Prime Minister went on to explain steps taken by the government to minimize the impact of VAT on the cost of medication.
When VAT was introduced, the government, mindful of the potential impact of VAT, requested CARICOM to relieve it of the requirements to impose duty on medication, but allow it to apply VAT alone. At its 34th meeting held in Georgetown, Guyana, from March 29 to the 30th, 2012, the Council for Trade and Economic Development, called COTED, approved the government of St. Lucia's request for the suspension of the Common External Tariff, that is the import duty, on a list of pharmaceuticals for a period of 4 years from May 1st, 2012 to April 30th, 2016. And I want to repeat that because I want it to be understood. We ask CARICOM to remove the duties on pharmaceuticals, to give us 4 years of breathing space. That permission ends on April 30th, 2016, because we knew the likely movements in the prices of medication if you had both VAT and duty at the same time. Although the approved suspension was to have taken effect from May 1st, 2012, the implementation was made effective by Statutory Instrument Number 93 of August 27th, 2012, which was subsequently replaced by Statute Instrument Number 121 of 2012 to reflect the changes in HS 2007, which was implemented from October 1st, 2012. It must be noted, however, that the full list requested by St. Lucia was not approved because of objections raised by Trinidad and Tobago and Barbados on the basis of their ability to supply these items. In other words, the argument is simple, Mr. Speaker, that if you grant St. Lucia duty-free status on all of these pharmaceuticals, it will make it cheaper to bring in pharmaceuticals from outside the region and therefore compete with what is being produced in Trinidad and Barbados to the detriment of the plants in those countries. This simply meant that the pharmaceutical items that were not zero-rated according to the aforementioned statutory instrument could be obtained from regional sources and would therefore not attract the import duty as stipulated by the Common External Tariff, thus having the same effect. So today, there is no duty on medication, only VAT.
The Prime Minister cautioned consumers that the reprieve will be temporary, as duty will return on imported medication in accordance with the Common External Tariff at the end of the 4-year cycle on April 30th, 2016. The removal of VAT on prescription medicine will result in a loss of $2.8 million in revenue annually.